everyone, this is Lori from the Crafting Auntie. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing another project, and this is in collaboration with Pam at Nana's Crafting Cottage. And I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers. I'd like to also welcome back all those that have been with me for a while. I'm so glad you're here. We are going to do a mini file folder pocket that's kind of loaded with tags and stuff. So I have just taken a piece of a file folder, and it's already got a tab up here. You can create your own. You can use a die. You can use just a piece of vanilla cardstock or whatever color you want, and you can create your own tab. I'm just going to roll with this, and I'm going to do this in a movie theme. So I have lots of stuff here. I have some things that I have already backed with some cardstock. I have some pieces here that I want to use on the outside. I have some of this twine here, and I'm also going to do some stitching. So let's just get started on this. So I have picked out these digitals, and these are from Polka Dot Studio, and you can find her on Etsy. I will link this particular kit for you below, and you can go check her out. So basically what I want to do is decorate this and stitch it, ink it, and then add lots of things kind of three-dimensional on here. So I have lots of pieces here that I have backed and cut out. So the first thing I want to do is to ink my edges. So I'll grab my ink paper here, and I'm going to use Vintage Photo on some, and then I'm going to also use some scorched timber. So first thing I want to do is just go around the edges. And again, you can make this any size you want. I thought about using the die from Tim Holtz, but it was just a little bit too small for what I wanted to do with it. So I opted just to make my own. I've done a video like this before. I'll link that one also below if you want to check it out. And I believe that one is in a postal theme. And so I thought this time I wanted to do something different. So going to be doing it like a let's go to the movies. And I love these digitals. They're very vibrant in color. Now I also have printed them on matte photo paper. And I find when I want something to really stand out and really come alive, that I will use the matte photo paper for that. You can use regular copy paper. You don't have to use it. You'll just have a little bit of a more dull look to it. And what I like about the matte photo paper is that it does bring it really to life. I mean, you can really see the vibrant colors in here. All right, so now I'm going to go around the edges with this scorched timber. A little bit more on the corners. I want this to be a little more grungy. Grungy, yet love the colors. So I think I'm going to do the scorched timber all the way around this, and then I'm also going to go ahead and do it around the pieces that I want to put on top. Okay. You don't really have to do anything on the inside. The only thing that I wanted to make sure was that this had some color to it. And I'm tempted. I'm not sure yet. I thought about putting this on, but I kind of like this as well. So maybe I might do some stamping. I don't know. We'll just kind of go along and see what happens. Now you can cover the back of this, or you can leave it plain. For today, I'm just going to cover the front, stitch it. I'm going to go with it as something I would put inside a journal or even on the front of the journal because it's going to be pretty much 3D. So probably the front of a journal, or if you can't want to, you can make it less 3D than what I'm going to be trying to do with this. And I'm not really sure how it's going to work out because I haven't played with it, but my Polsto one had a pocket in the front, and I enjoyed that very much. And it has one of those little pockets that come out. And if you watch that video, you can see what I did on that. I kind of think I want to stamp something up here rather than put paper. So I think I'm going to change my mind on that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and ink all my pieces. So these I have backed with cardstock. Let's see, I want to get my corner rounder and let's round a few of these little corners. Let me go ahead. I think some of these I've done. I think I've missed a few, so let me just go ahead and do that real quick. This is a We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder, and I am going to round these. Use whatever you have, and you don't have to round the corners at all. You can leave them as is. Sometimes I like it, and sometimes I just want to leave them square. Okay, so let me just go ahead and finish inking. So I just use like part of a file folder or some vanilla cardstock, whatever it was that I had in my bucket of scraps. I have so many scraps, so many digital scraps, so many other scraps, and I am trying to use as much as I can in projects. You can stencil on the back of these if you want to as well. I'm just going to go ahead and ink these. I think that really brings it out. They're already really pretty and vibrant in color, and I think this just really pops, makes them pop even more. I like that. Yeah. Okay. I want to do some stitching on these as well. It's tags, and I'm kind of using these as journal cards. They look like a Photomatic, but they're just on the paper. I've trimmed this one down a little bit more than this one. This one really looked like this before. And then I have lots of things pertaining to movies. So I just kind of picked out some fussy cuts and got them backed. And so these are the things that I want to hopefully pop up here and there. We'll see how it goes. Definitely going to stitch around the tags and the journal cards. And I don't think I'm going to be stitching any of the pieces that I want to pop up. And I want to use like a double-sided puff tape. And I get that I get at the hardware store, so like a Home Depot or something, and I'll show you that when we get to that point. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this collaboration. Hopefully you've checked out, oh, I forgot, I should be doing the back of these. Hopefully you checked out Pam, Anna's Crafting Cottage. Again, our videos are on different days. So mine is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hers is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So check her out, see what she's up to, what take she has on the project. And we're doing this until the end of June. Then I have no idea what's next, but I'm trying to work on something. More projects, of course. Maybe even more journals, series. Yeah, I'm not really sure yet, but I will figure it out. trying not to take too long to do the inking so that it's not boring. And then I'm going to head to the sewing machine. All right, we are down close to the end here. I think the scorched timber, I have to say it again, it just really is making these pop. So I'm happy about that. And again, I am not quite sure what all or how I'm going to place all this stuff yet. So we will figure it out together. Try to grunge that up a little bit. It's an old reel of film. Yeah. And I'm just doing the back end. Even though these are going to be stuck on somehow, I want to have them back with some ink just in case they stick out the side a little bit. Okay, inking is done. I am going to go and stitch. All right, I have all the stitching done. So let me show you what I've done. So I've stitched all the way around this, and this will go together like that. I have stitched around this piece. It's going to go on top. And then I've stitched around all the tags like this. Done all the stitching here. And I've done the stitching on these. So let's go ahead and get this put together. Maybe before I do that, I want to stamp something on this. Let's see here. What do I have on my desk that I can use? Actually, I think I have this new stamp set that I got from Tim Holtz collection, and this is Stampers Anonymous Curiosity Shop CMS 482. I'm thinking I might use pointy finger and maybe the hat. I don't know. Let's try it. Just got this the other day, and it's from his newest collection. Had to have it. Love all the numbers. Let me grab a block, and let's go with the pointy finger first. I think, yeah, I want to do this definitely before I glue that down. So I'm going to grab my Fallen Leaves VersaFine. So I'm going to use this. And let's just give it a try. That looks pretty cool. Make sure I've got enough ink on it. Well, let me put something underneath it because it's not going to completely fit. And let's just put that here. Yes, I like that. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. Do we want the hat? Maybe the smaller hat. Let's try that. So pretending going to the movies, and the gentleman back in the day probably dressed up like this. And we're out. I don't know. I'm guessing. We're just going to make it fun. And we'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I'm going to roll with this. All right. Set that aside. And now let's go ahead and glue it together and put our front on. I do like that. very much. All right, art glitter glue, where are you? Here you are. Glue this piece on first. Going around the stitching just to make sure that it stays nicely. Okay. Let's line this up. It's pretty much cut to size. You don't really see the stitching underneath, but that's okay. Now, I want this to be a loaded pocket. So, because I do want it to have things in there, I'm going to go ahead and make some gussets. So I have another piece of cardstock. And I'm going to cut it 1 inch wide. So let's just cut this guy. Line this up better. And then we'll cut the height. So I think half of this. Yeah. This is 5.5. So let's do 2 1/4. No, it's 2.5. Actually, 2 3/4. Not very good at my measurements. Okay. So it should be enough to give us a gusset. Yes. All right. Then I'm just going to fold it. I'm not even going to grab my scoreboard. I'm just going to do a mountain, valley, and mountain. So it's not going to be completely even, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. Okay. And let's do the same thing on this one. I'm just guesstimating here, as long as I get them pretty much the same size. And again, you can get your scoreboard out and get these absolutely as perfect as you want. Just kind of winging it here. All right. So these will then go in here, which will give us some room in there to add all the goodies that I want to add in there. All right, so let's ink this guy up. And this one. And if you don't have a lot of things that you want to put in there, then you don't have to create these gussets. You can just glue it shut. But because I do want to add some of these tags and these little, I'm calling them journal cards, yeah, I want to have some space. Now I'm going to have these mountain part out here. So the first thing I want to do is glue these guys down. So I'm going to go ahead and glue on this side. Put it here. And just come down a little bit. I'm taking it right to the edge. So about like that. And then this one, the same thing. Mountainside out. And we'll line these up as best we can so that they're even. That looks pretty good. And right to the edge. So now when we glue this, we have an opening like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue on this side and this side. And and then we'll press them down in place. Now we've got a nice sized pocket. So we've got that. Perfect. All right. So I want to do some decorating on the front. And I want these to kind of pop up a little bit. So I'm going to grab my pop-up stuff and I'll be right back. All right, this is what I use a lot of. I do have the other pop-up dots as well, but this comes from Home Depot or any hardware store. It's just double-sided tape. And if you want them higher, just put a couple of pieces on and build them up. So I want some of these to be popping up. And I'm not really sure yet how I want them. So maybe I don't mind if they go off the pocket. Let's just get all the pieces that we have here and let's see what we can do. I actually think I want to put this film piece over this film piece, and I think I want to pop this guy up as well over this. So that'll give me like a 3D dimension. And then maybe the other things we may or may not use or just tuck them into the pocket. All right, so let me just put some of this tape on the back. Now this one I want to go a little higher. So I'm going to double it up. So put this one down first. I think I just need to be down here in this area. I don't think I need to put any here. And I'm going to pop this up even higher. So then just peel off the backing from your double-sided tape and add more pieces. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a 2-level or a 3-level because I want it to be up above this film piece that I have. So let me just go ahead and add some to this, and then we'll see how much more I need to pop up this bottom part, or this, I don't know what you call that. It's like the thing where they say, take one, or whatever it is. Okay, maybe like this, and then like this. Actually, I think 2's good enough. Okay, now the popcorn, I think I want those to be propped up. So the popcorn, I think a single layer, and then the ticket to the cinema we'll put as a double layer. What I like about this is that it's bigger pieces, doesn't take as much. Let's see, this one we'll do single, and then this one let's do double. So let's just shift that a little bit so I can get 2 pieces on here, and then add another layer. Then we'll see how we're doing. Okay. All right, let's see. We have this out here. Put this up there. And then we pop up this here. Maybe we even put something out the side. I don't know. We'll see. I think first off, let's get these down. So I want this this one. Just add a little bit more ink to the back here. And then let's see about getting this one put on. Thinking about like that. Okay. And then this one will go on top. So we'll kind of line that one up. Trim this off a little bit. That up there. I think maybe we might need to put something there. We'll see. So far we've got that. Got a little 3D going on. Now let's add our popcorn. Go to the movies, you gotta have popcorn, right? So let's add our popcorn. And then our movie ticket. Coloring up some of the things that are already on here, but that's okay. Maybe if I do it this way, then I'm not completely covering up all the things underneath. It gives it a little bit more of a 3D effect. I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of stuff behind here and just to tack that down a little bit. Okay, so we've got that so far. So we've got our 3D effect. The back part, I think what I'll do is just take a little piece of paper and put it over the sticky parts here. So let's see here. Just grab a piece of this and let's just cut a piece. See how long we need it and how wide. Just to cover it up. You don't have to do this. I'm just trying to keep it from sticking to the back. So I'm just going to add that little piece and trim it. There we go. So that will be covered, and then I'm just going to use this tiny piece right here, and let's cover this one. And then that way it's not going to stick to any of the pieces that I put in. And again, it's just to keep that from being sticky. That's all it's doing. And then when we get more stuff in here, you're not going to see it much anyway. All right, so we have that. Now we are ready to work on our tags. And for these, I want to put eyelets in. Clean up some of this mess. So I want to put eyelets in these, and then we will use some of the twine. And these I think I'm just going to tuck in, because we have those extra. And these I think I want to put brads on all four corners. So let's do that. So I have my brads and eyelets. And I'm going to use my dark eyelets. And I think I will use these. Pick out some colors in here. 2, 3, trying to pick out all the same colors of brads. I want to put one in each corner. Let's see, here's another one. I think that gives me one more. There we go. This one's kind of bent. Straighten that out. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our, let's go ahead and do the eyelets first. Let's do those. So I'm going to use the large. Whoops, got two here. Large size of your crocodile. And these holes are a little bigger than what the hole is going to punch. So just center them the best you can. And then the eyelet should cover up most of the edge. So let's see how this looks. Yeah. So it covers up that white part there. Perfect. Yep, the dark ones really make a difference on this. And if you have some white showing, you can always ink it before you put these down. But so far, so good. Just two. And I think I want to do a couple in the red twine to pull out the red, and a couple in the black twine on these tags. We'll see how that looks. Okay, so there's the eyelets, and I'm going to grab my pokey tool from my little sewing kit here, and there it is. Found it. Okay. And let's go ahead and poke 4 holes. I'm just coming in a little bit. Whoops, gotta be careful I don't push too far. Use my mat. Maybe a little bit more. Go ahead and do these as well, and then we can put all the brads in. And you don't have to do this if you don't have brads, or you don't want to add brads. You don't have to. You can do these any way you want. These are your choice, your style, whatever it is that you like. Okay, let's add our brads. Oops, try that again. And then I'm just going to kind of angle them. I've done this before. And they're not really going to be, I don't think, hindering anything inside the pocket. So I'm just going to angle them so that they're not sticking out the side. And then press them down really good. So they look like this. You can cover them up if you want to. You can add washi tape. You can put another piece of cardstock over the back. I'm not going to do that on these. I'm just going to let them be. Okay, so there's that one. Let's go ahead and do this one. I think hardware, brads, eyelets, they just really make a project. And if you like that kind of thing, you have them, definitely add them to your projects. I think they just really kind of make them come to life. And And I do enjoy having the different textures, the different types of, you know, you got paper, you've got thread for stitching, you've got hardware. It just adds to the dimension of the project. Okay, so we've got these. Also, I have left the threads. I cut them a little shorter, but I have left the threads. Cut this one down a little bit. I think that just adds, again, another bit of texture. So we've got that. And let's go ahead and add some twine. Let's see, I think I need to trim these down a little bit too. So we'll do that real quick. Just so they're not so long, but I still like having them hanging down. Okay. All right, let's take our twine. Let's do 2 of them in black. They don't need to be very long pieces, and we'll do 2 in red. That and red. Use whatever you have if you don't have this kind of twine. I think I will put the red on the ones that have like less red, more black, and vice versa. So just tucking that in and pulling it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot just so that it stays in place. And then I'll just trim these down a little shorter, like that. That looks pretty good. Cool. And this red one on this one. Just fold it in half, push it through, and then pull the ends through. And then tie a knot just so that they don't go anywhere. You can also add glue if you want to. The twine isn't very thick, so I think just adding a knot is sufficient. And then trim it down. So we've got our 2 red ones. Now let's do the black. Black twine I have is just a little bit thinner than the other, but it should be fine. Do the same thing. Put the loop through and then pull the ends through, tie the knot. Like so. And trim. One more. And we're ready to put this together. Now again, you don't have to use digitals. Just kind of wanted to do a movie theme and found these digitals. And I've been enjoying using a lot of digitals lately. Just kind of make projects pop a little, do something a little different than what I may normally have done. Okay, so we have our pocket here. That's string everywhere. So let's load it up. Let's see, let's put one of these and tags. Let's see, put one of these in the back, pop it up there, and pop him in there. Can stick out the top. Let's add a ticket. That. Let's see, maybe here. And then tag there, another tag there, and we can have this ticket sticking out. So there is our project for today. Hopefully you guys give it a try. Nothing on the back, and again you can ink more on the back of your project, but I envision this being down either on the cover of a journal or inside the journal, depending on how bulky the journal would be. but I love it. I do. I think it's a lot of fun, and just get creative. You know, just get creative and make various styles of this. Okay, guys, hopefully you'll check out Pam at Nana's Crafting Cottage, and hers will be out tomorrow. So give it a shot and see what she's done. And I have this one piece left, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm just going to let that go and go with this. All right, guys. God bless you all. We'll see you at the next video. Take care. Bye.